most exciting and talked about overdrive pedal of the past 12 months. You've probably already seen your favourite YouTuber compare the Kernom RIDGE to old Tube Screamers, Real Clons and King of Tones. And no doubt the Kernom RIDGE can get extremely close to all of those things. But what if I told you that approaching this pedal with that mindset of trying to copy other famous overdrives kind of ruined the experience for me? I'm here to tell you that this is a brilliant and flexible overdrive in its own right that gives you the power to build and tailor your own drive sound from the ground up. And once I approached this pedal in that way, not trying to imitate a clon, I had a much better time with it, and my opinion of the pedal completely changed. So that's what we're going to do today. No bullshit, no comparisons, no clones, just the RIDGE. Of the RIDGE is this mood control. It is essentially like a clipping switch that you might find on other overdrives, however it gives you fluid control to blend between those different clipping styles. I also found that as you tweak the mood knob, it also completely changes how the rest of the EQ section reacts to your playing. It's almost as if the pedal knows how you want to adjust your mid-range depending on where you have that mood control set. Pre-tone control to my ears generally adjusts the bottom end of your tone. This is where you will fatten up your sound or cut some bass. It also comes before the clipping stage of the pedal, so it just generally changes how the rest of the circuit reacts to your guitar. The post-tone control is exactly like the pre-tone in the sense that it is the complete opposite of everything I just said. It comes after the clipping stage and to me generally adjusts the higher frequencies. It almost feels like a presence or a chime knob. However, when you use the controls together, it sort of feels like you're tilting your sound this way or that, and both knobs can adjust higher and lower frequencies. One thing I've always struggled with these sorts of do-it-all overdrives is they tend to lose a little bit of character and identity. And I don't really think that's the case with the Ridge, and that's because it gives you the power to completely build your own Frankenstein overdrive sound from the ground up. Now, there are a couple of things that I initially thought were missing from the pedal. Firstly, being a bass control, but to be honest, once I started to understand the pre and post tone controls, it didn't seem so important to me because I knew how to tilt my sound this way and that. Secondly, I thought a clean blend would be cool, and I still think that would be cool, especially for bass players, but I have a feeling that the mood control is sort of bringing in and out a bit of clean blend depending on what sound you're going for. Ridge is doing this while being 100% analog. I know Kernom have some fancy name for the gubbins inside of here, but all you need to know is that it is 100% analog. You also have a savable onboard preset, which I've generally set as just a louder version of whatever I've going on, but there is so much more you can do with that, especially once you start using the MIDI ins and outs. One feature I think is excellent is the implementation of the expression pedal. This allows you to either have on-the-fly control of any of these knobs or seamlessly blend between your two presets, and for me that just makes my imagination run wild. The pedal looks great, as you already know. I've never seen a pedal like this. It is a big old boy though, and you probably have to give up another overdrive to fit it onto your board, but maybe that isn't such a big deal because it can cover so much ground and you have your presets available. Any tone searcher would enjoy learning this pedal, but I would recommend taking a different approach to some of my peers. Don't try and imitate a Klon or a Tube Screamer, just have fun, experiment, turn some knobs, and see what happens next.